Spoilers. 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 I like that word.
I thought you might.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Fan Theories. The topic of how many regenerations the Doctor currently has is a very much and often debated point. So right from the off I'd like to make it clear that this is not something I will be discussing in this video, as that is something which is going to be a video of its own given how much needs to be covered. Instead, today we're going to look at some of the Doctor's more recent regenerations, more specifically those in Power of the Doctor, both the forced one into the Master Doctor and the subsequent retro regeneration, but more importantly how this may not have actually changed the Doctor's regeneration count, whatever that may be. So let's tackle these one by one. Firstly, the forced one. Well, this one is actually fairly simple. A forced regeneration is one that isn't triggered by the natural death process, although the act of specifically killing a Time Lord to make them regenerate is often also counted as a forced one. Regardless of reason, however, this does indeed count as a regeneration and subsequently does use one up. And interestingly, this is also not the first time the Doctor has undergone such a process. The second Doctor's regeneration imposed on him by the Time Lords and subsequently enforced on him in the Polly-style publications comic The Nightwalkers was also counted as a forced one, but in doing so, it also supports the fact that it does indeed still use up a regeneration. In Power of the Doctor, the Master uses a combination of Gallifreyan technology stolen from said planet and a cyber conversion planet to trigger the forced regeneration. And as a side note here, the cyber conversion planet was built by the Master with the help from the Cybermasters, and the Quarunks kidnapped at the start of the episode was the power source. So where's the Gallifreyan tech? Well, there was probably a little bit in the cyber conversion planet, but personally, given the similar appearance to the one seen in the comic Supremacy of the Cybermen, the two glass chambers that the Doctor and the Master entered were, in my thinking, looms. And no one is going to convince me otherwise. But getting back to it, what about the retro regeneration? Well, this is where things get a little bit more complicated. Retro regeneration, or degeneration, was the process of reverting back through previous bodies. However, unlike a forced regeneration, the degeneration through previous forms and subsequent regeneration back to the original or current form prior to the degeneration seemingly didn't actually use up any regeneration energy. This is supported by the fact that this has actually happened to the Doctor multiple times in the past, most notably in the comics such as Time Slip, The Fountains of Forever, and Outrun, and even back across a previous cycle in the audio story The Lost Magic. However, all of these times, the Doctor eventually reverted to their current incarnation of the time, and these retro regenerations seemingly didn't affect the Doctor's regeneration count due to him still being in his last incarnation in his first cycle with no remaining regenerations by the time of Time of the Doctor. So where does that leave the Power of the Doctor degeneration? Well, as was shown in the episode, the degeneration was triggered by using the regeneration energy of the Cybermasters. However, given that a retro regeneration doesn't actually use up any regeneration energy, the question could be asked and debated, where did the regeneration energy go? Well, here's my thoughts. The Cybermaster's regeneration energy triggered the retro regeneration to take place, but subsequently the regeneration energy they expended was given back to the Doctor, thereby restoring the regeneration used by the Master during the forced one. The hologram of the fugitive Doctor even states that the regeneration energy will So, to me personally, it means that the Doctor's regeneration count has remained the same. As for what the count currently is, well, as I said, that's a video for another time. And on that note, as always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. And be sure to subscription below for a link to my Patreon. There is an update coming on my figure animation. It is still very much in progress, but in the meantime, all of your donations are greatly appreciated, and for the smallest amount, you can get your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.